I'm RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. So this is, imagine if the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe were to play Major League Baseball against legends past and present, and you'd have what's going on right here on MLB The Show for PlayStation 4. Lineup is set. Let's advance to the next game in the schedule. We're halfway through the season. The Avengers are 50-28. So I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me. And the difficulty setting is set to All-Star. 162 games, all of them on YouTube. Play-by-play done by yours truly. Thank you for joining me. Live from Coors Field, the Hollywood Avengers visit the Colorado Rockies. Mr. Dillon, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Always a pleasure to see your name. So on the mound for the Colorado Rockies is Carlos Rodon, making his 15th start of the season. He's 5-5 with a 5.83 earned run average. And leading off for the Avengers, Anthony Mackie, the man who plays Sam Wilson, 305, 10 homers, 42 runs batted in. Here comes the first pitch of the ball game. Inside, ball one. My day was good. Over in the east coast of the United States of America, it is, what time is it? 3 o'clock in the afternoon? So really my day has been good so far. I'm glad I'm on the game playing. Hope your day has gone well as well. Count is 1 ball, no strikes. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. 86 degrees at Coors Field and overcast. Rain showers are in the forecast. 2 balls, no strike count to the man, the new Captain America. And he swings at the 2-0 pitch and pulls it foul. Count is 2-1. If you haven't seen Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney Plus, the streaming network, I suggest you do so. Next pitch is popped up. Greg Jones on the outfield grass makes the catch for out number 1. Starting lineup for the Hollywood Avengers, Anthony Mackie is the shortstop, Tom Holland's at second, catchers, Chris Evans. Third baseman's Chadwick Boseman, DH is Mark Ruffalo. Dave Bautista's in right, first baseman's Robert Downey Jr. Left field is Idris Elba, and batting ninth and playing center field is Don Cheadle. Tom Holland, Spider-Man, hitting .365, steps up to the plate, leading the ball club in that category. Takes a slider in there, strike 1. It is 8:34, I'm supposed to go to sleep. I got a test tomorrow. Well, I wish you the best of luck on your test tomorrow, Dylan. I'm sure you'll do quite well. Nope. Pitch is high, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. I'm happy that you've decided to join me for some Avengers baseball. Thank you so much. Ground ball, bouncer up the middle and through. It's a 1-out single for Spider-Man. First hit of the ball game. Next up, Chris Evans, the first Avenger, 307, 9 homers, 37 runs batted in. He carries a 10-game hitting streak into this ball game. Switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Rodon. He lines it down the left field line, and it will bounce over into the right left field corner. He'll stop at third. It's runners at second and third, and only 1 out. I'll be right back. I'm going to learn quickly. Not a problem. 17th double of the season, and that's an 11-game hitting streak for Steve Rogers. Here's the replay. Leg kick, pulls it down the left field line. 2 runners in scoring position for Chadwick Boseman, who's super hot in his last 4 games or so. Overall, he's hitting .339. He has 10 homers and 37 runs batted in. So 2 runners in scoring position, only 1 out here on the top of the first, no score. Fastball is low, ball 1. So Chadwick Boseman, we lost him to colon cancer this year. No, check that, in 2020. Lost his battle, but he'll live forever. Wakanda forever, baby. Outside, that's the ball. Pitch is outside, 2 balls and no strikes to Black Panther. Holland at third, Evans at second. And that's a line drive to center. Should be deep enough. Tagging at third is Holland, and he will score. It's an RBI sacrifice fly for Black Panther, and the MCU takes an early 1-0 lead.
designated hitter, number 84.
Next up is Mark Ruffalo, the Incredible Hulk. 336, 18 homers, 67 runs batted in. Leads the ball club in both home runs and RBIs. 2 outs, runner at second. Here comes the pitch from Rodon. 2-seam fastballs outside for ball 1. And he's late on the breaking ball. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Mark Ruffalo is not the first man to play the Incredible Hulk in the MCU. That honor goes to Edward Norton. Bouncing ball to the shortstop. Jones fields, fires, got him. But the Avengers do get on the board with a run here in the top of the first. After half inning of play, it's the Hollywood Avengers 1. The Colorado Rockies come into bat. This is Avengers baseball. Pitching for the Avengers, Chris Pratt, also known as Peter Quill or Star-Lord. He's going for win number 10 this season. He's 9-1 with a 3.21 earned run average. Leading off for the Rockies, Miguel Cabrera, third baseman, 305, 10 homers, 29 runs batted in. Fastball in there, strike 1. The Avengers are 50-28. It's good for second place in the National League West. Behind the plate is Chris Evans. Here comes a pitch from Star-Lord. Fouls it off. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on a very thin Miguel Cabrera. I'm used to seeing him pleasantly plump later on in his career. Current player for the Detroit Tigers. And that is a bloop to right. It should dunk in there for a hit. So, leadoff man is on for the Colorado Rockies here in the bottom of the first. Here's the replay. Next up, Duke Schneider, center fielder. He's been cold in his last handful of games, but overall he's hitting .336, 20 homers, 54 RBIs. We are almost at the midway point of the regular season. Ground ball up the middle and through. It is a single, and there's 2 on and nobody out for the Colorado Rockies. They got a threat brewing. Here's the replay. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Bye. So, Willie McCovey, first baseman, 319, 25 homers, 54 RBIs. 2 runners on and nobody out. Fastball 96 on the radar gun. In there for a strike. Swing and a miss out in front of the knuckler. 2 quick strikes on McCovey. McCovey played, I believe, in the 1960s and 70s for the San Francisco Giants, if I'm not mistaken. Fouls it back. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Just gets a piece of the changeup to stay alive. Again, 2 on, nobody out. 1-0 lead for the MCU, but Colorado is threatening here in the bottom of the first. Ground ball through the right side. He comes up throwing, and it'll be station to station, as now the bases are loaded with nobody out for the Colorado. Willie McCovey pulls it between first and second for the 3rd straight hit of the inning. So before, manager's going to do a mound visit, talk it out. Kyle Schwarber steps up to the plate. 250, only 2 homers, 4 RBIs on the season. Recent injury replacement from the minor leagues. Fastball at the knees, strike 1. Knuckler floats in there. 2 quick strikes on Schwarber. Count is 0-2. And he's late on the fastball, slices it out of play. Count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Gets him to chase the cut fastball. Struck him out. So bases remain loaded. Now 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Is the replay. Next up is Hunter Dozier, 256, 4 homers, 9 RBIs. And he just gets a piece of the knuckler. Strike 1. Circle changes outside, count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Out in front of the changeup, count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, bases loaded, 1 out. 1-0 lead for the MCU, but of course, Colorado is threatening here in the bottom of the first. Jams him. Racing over to the right field foul territory is Bautista. He does not make it. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Can't make the catch. Pitch is out of play. Grounder. Over to second for 1. Back to first. Double play. Retires the side. Round the horn double play. And they do not score. They get the bases loaded with nobody out and fail to put a run across. The end of 1, it's 1-0 MCU. It's Black Panther to Spider-Man over to Iron Man to retire the side. So we go to the top of the second. Up steps Drax the Destroyer, also known as Dave Bautista, hitting .316 on the season. Right fielder. And he pulls it high and deep. Back goes, it's Gonzo. That ball just took off. It's a solo home run for Dave Bautista. It's 10th of the season, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Avengers. Looked like that ball was a line drive that would be caught on the warning track, and the ball just kept on going. Can't wait to see that replay. He's been hot lately. Here's the replay. Next up, Robert Downey Jr., 282, 10 homers, 41 runs batted in.
Number 12.
Pitch is outside, ball 1. Left-handed hitter, plays first base. He is Tony Stark in the MCU. Pulls it to the third baseman off his glove. McCovey picks it up, flips it in time. Nice recovery by Willie McCovey. Nice covering the bag by the pitcher Rodon. Outfield alignment is from left to right is Kyle Schwarber, Aaron Hicks, and Duke Schneider in right today instead of center. And in the infield, Miguel Cabrera, Greg Jones, Greg Bush, Willie McCovey at first with Corey Lee behind the plate. Next up is Idris Elba, 265, 5 homers, 29 RBIs. And he skies it to right. Near the warning track, Duke Snyder makes an over-the-shoulder catch for out number 2.
Batting 9, the center fielder, number 10.
So, 2 outs, bases empty. Up steps War Machine Don Cheadle, hitting .321, 9 homers, 42 runs batted in. Switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Rodon. And it's in front of the mound. Catcher throws to first. Corey Lee makes a nice play to retire the side. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for the... No, check that. Thanks to the solo home run by Dave Bautista, after an inning and a half, the Avengers now lead 2-0. This is Avengers baseball. So we go to the bottom of the second here at Coors Field. Up steps Aaron Hicks, hitting .263 on the season. Star-Lord sets and delivers. Late on the fastball, 97 on the radar gun, strike 1. Welcome to Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Please like this video. Please subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. Fastball low and outside. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Circle change in there. Strike 2. Aaron Hicks is a current Major League Baseball player. Plays for the New York Yankees currently. Swing and a miss. Chased the high breaking ball Strikeout number 2 for Star-Lord. Here's the replay. I don't think it was a strike. It wasn't. So with 1 out, up steps Michael Bush, the second baseman, hitting .222, 5 homers, 26 runs batted in on the season. We are at the midway mark of this 162-game created franchise. In there, strike 1. The Avengers are fighting the Los Angeles Dodgers for first place in the National League West. And he fouls it upstairs behind home plate. The count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Bush. And just gets a piece to stay alive. So 1 out, bottom of the second, 2-0 lead for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Here comes the pitch from Peter Quill. Strike 3 called at the knees. 2 away. That's out. Strikeout number 3 for Chris Pratt. Next up, catcher Corey Lee hitting .248, 5 homers, 23 runs batted in. Here's the pitch. In there, strike 1. So let's go, Lee. Corey Lee, welcome, Outlander. Thank you for rooting for the enemy. Always appreciate your loyalty to the cause. And that's goes after a low pitch, skies it to center. There is Don Cheadle, War Machine, to retire the side. It's a quick inning for Chris Pratt. After 2 innings here at Coors Field, the MCU has a 2-0 lead. This is Avengers baseball. Top of the third, lineup turns over for the Avengers. Anthony Mackie is 2 for 9 with a homer in this series. Does not have a hit yet today. Steps in there for at-bat number 2. Pulls it hard but foul. Strike 1. He goes with the underdogs. Pitches outside, count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Sam Wilson. Well, fair enough. They are the home team, though. Out in front of the changeup, swing and a miss, count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mackie. They are the home team. Fastball inside, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball low, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck, Spider-Man, Tom Holland. Here comes the full count pitch. I cheer for the Browns every time they play. And he grounds it, slow roller to third. Cabrera fields, fires, got him. 1 away here in the top of the third. Nice play by Miguel Cabrera at third base. So, National League West standings. Colorado is in last place, 17 games back. You'll notice that the Los Angeles Dodgers have a 1-game lead over the Hollywood Avengers. The Avengers, this created franchise, has taken the place of the San Diego Padres. Next up, Tom Holland, who singled in the first, scored a run. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss, the inside fastball, strike 1. Change up outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Checks the swing with the fastball, finds the outside corner, count is 1-2. Here comes the pitch. High and tight, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases empty, 1 away here in the top of the third. 2-0 lead for the MCU. Grounder too short. Greg Jones fields. Throws to first in time, 2 away. So next up is Chris Evans, who doubled down the left field line in the first inning. He's hitting .309 for the season. Again, switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Rodon. Fastball outside, ball 1.
Count 1-0.
That's a line drive. It will caught. Nice diving shoestring catch by Duke Snider in right field to retire the side. That's a Sports Center play. After 2.5, it's 2-0 Avengers. Sorry, Heidi, we cannot hear you. Something's wrong with the microphone, so we're going to have to cut away and go to the plate. We apologize. We'll send a technician down there to fix that microphone right away. So next up, here in the bottom of the third is Greg Jones, 269, 5 homers, 21 runs batted in. Pratt deals. Grounder up the first base line, charging off the mound is Pratt. Off-balance throw, not in time. Jones gets himself an infield single. Speed kills. So the lineup turns over for the Rockies. Miguel Cabrera singled in his first at-bat. I should call him Skinny Cabrera. Fouls off the fastball, strike one. He's 9 for his last 17. That's a .529 batting average. Knuckleball floats in there for strike two. Count as no balls and 2 strikes on Cabrera. Quick throw to first. Got to keep him honest. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. There's one away. Strikeout number 4 for Star-Lord. Wins leaders in the National League. Cy Young and teammate Chris Hemsworth are both tied with 12. Chris Pratt has 9. Tom Hiddleston, Loki, also has 9 wins. Next up, Duke Snider. He singled in the first. He had a brilliant play in the last half inning in the field, making his presence felt today. 1 out, runner at first. Inside corner, strike one. 96 on the radar gun. Count is 0-1. Grounder up the middle. Steps on the bag. Throws to first. Cut the check. Double play by Anthony Mackie, the new Captain America. Side is retired. End of 3. Score remains 2-0. Avengers lead. Yeah. So we go to the top of the 4th. The late, great Chadwick Boseman steps to the plate. No official at-bat today. He had a sacrifice fly and an RBI in his first at-bat. Swings at the first pitch, grounds it to Jones at short, throws to first in time. 1 pitch, 1 away. Pitch speed comparison brought to you by the Outlander Show. It's 97-96. Pratt leads. He also has a 2-0 lead in the contest. Up next with 1 away is Mark Ruffalo, the Incredible Hulk, who grounded out in the first. That ball is high and deep to center. It is off the center field wall, rounding first and heading to second. It's going to be close. The throw to second is not in time. It's a 1-out double for the Incredible Hulk. Hulk smash. It's Ruffalo's 16th double of the season. Are they going to show us a replay? No, they're not. Wow. All right, Bautista steps up to the plate. He had a hit in his first at-bat. Drax, the Destroyer. Swings at the first pitch. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate for strike one. Dave had a solo homer in his first at-bat in the second inning. That's number 10 on the season for him. And that's a line drive to right, but right at Duke Snider in right field for out number 2. Duke didn't even have to move. Hit the ball hard, but hit it right at the fielder. Next up is Robert Downey Jr. grounded out in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Left-handed hitter against the lefty Carlos Rodon. Fastball outside ball one. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. It's R-O-D-O-N. Rodan. I don't know. Who knows? Dropped at the plate. He's just throwing a third. Maybe a bad decision. He's safe. Look at that. The slow-footed Hulk. Mark Ruffalo takes third base on the pass ball. And again, another pitch in the dirt. This time Corey Lee blocks it. The count is 3 balls and no strikes. Will he have the green light? No, he won't. My hands are off the controller. I'm taking a pitch. In there, strike 1. All right, so hitters count 3 balls and 1 strike to Robert Downey Jr. Runner at third, 2 away. Here comes the pitch. Did he go? No, he did not, according to the third base umpire. So it's ball 4 and he walks. There'll be runners at first and third now with 2 away. Did he swing? Let's look at the replay. Looks like he checked it. I didn't see his wrist break. So next up is Hemidall from the Thor franchise. Idris Elba. 2 runners on, 2 away here in the top of the 4th. Already the MCU has a 2-0 lead. Checks his swing. The changeup is low, ball 1. And it's a deep drive to center. It could go over his head, and it will. 1 run will score. Rounding third and heading home is Robert Downey Jr., and 2 runs will score. Play at the plate is not in time. It's a 2-run double for Hemidall, the man who sees all. And the MCU now leads 4-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. It looked like the center fielder might have a chance at it, but the balls are just taking off here at Coors Field today. No chance for Aaron Judge. What am I talking about? It's not Aaron Judge. Ridiculoso. Here's the play at the plate. Obviously, Tony Stark is safe. So hold on a second. Before we go any further, I want to go to the options and check the gameplay. Thank you, Mr. Outlander. Hitting difficulty is set to All-Star, and pitching difficulty is set to All-Star. Once a game, I like to show that. Not that it's anything to brag about. It's only really in the middle. You've got rookie and it's a fly ball to center from off the bat of Don Cheadle, and that retires the side. Aaron Hicks is the center fielder, ladies and gentlemen. 2 runs cross the plate at the end of 3.5. The Avengers lead 4-0 here at Coors Field. So there's rookie and then veteran, and then after that you have All-Star, which is in the middle. There are 2 difficulty settings above that. I think Hall of Fame and I think Legendary, Hall of Fame, blah, blah, blah. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I just put somewhere in the middle, just trying to have a good time. So leading off here in the bottom of the 4th is first baseman Willie McCovey. He had a hit in his first at-bat. Here comes the pitch from Star-Lord. Just misses inside, ball 1. Strike 1. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. McCovey Cove. That's the that area of water. Oh, high fly ball to right, but it looks playable for Drax. Makes the catch for out number 1. McCovey Cove, I think, is that area beyond the right field wall in at home at San Francisco, where people use their boats and stuff and catch the baseballs that fly over the right field wall. In any event, there's 1 away, and up steps Kyle Schwarber, who's 2 for 9 for the season. Both of those 2 hits are home runs. He's only had 9 at-bats. He's got 2 home runs to show for it. Fouls it back, strike 1. So if the Outlander says nice hit, that means you're actually watching. I'm used to you listening like a podcast. Thank you so much for your eyes and your ears, Mr. Outlander. I'm going to chase you down for subscribers, sir. My man Outlander has 4,000 plus subscribers. I'm so jealous. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on the 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Strikeout number 5 for Pratt, and there's 2 away. I've got just over 1,000 subs here right now as I'm playing this video. It's the summer of 2021. Who knows, you may watch this video at a much later date. Right now, I've no problem. Right now, I've got a little over 1,000 subscribers. I'm chasing them down. First pitch to Hunter Dozier is low and outside for ball 1. I hope we both reach that 1 million mark and have matching Lambos. I'm just kidding. I don't want a Lambo. So Dozier hits a deep fly ball to right center field. Back goes Idris Elba to the track, makes an over-the-shoulder catch to retire the side. Nice play by Idris, covering a lot of real estate. At the end of 4 innings of play, it's 4-0 Avengers. Leading off for the Avengers, Anthony Mackie, who's 0 for 2. 2 for 10 in the series. Slider pitch looked high, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count is no balls and 1 strike. Outside, 1-1. Anthony Mackie, the new Captain America. If you don't know, now you know. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's common knowledge at this point. It's been a month at least since the Falcon and the Winter Soldier debuted. Ground ball deep in the hole. It's short jump throw. Jitarian not in time. It's an infield single for the man who flies, Sam Wilson. So he's 1 for 3. Next up is Tom Holland, and the manager of the Rockies has seen enough from Carlos and wants the right-hander out of the bullpen. He's responsible for that runner at first, giving up 4 earned runs. Alec Mills, the winning pitcher in yesterday's game, comes in earlier. His record is 4-2 with a 3.48 earned run average. So Spider-Man steps in, 1 for 2 with a single. His average is up to 366. Pitch out, but nothing doing. Definitely a threat to steal at first base. Fastest player on the team. And he chases a pitch outside, skies it to center. The right fielder calls him off, makes the catch in short center field for the first out.
Now batting, the catcher, Chris.
Next up, Chris Evans turns over and bats from the left side against the righty, Alec Mills. He's 1 for 2 with a single today. Mackie leads off first. Pitch out again, nothing doing. Count is 1 ball and no strikes. 2 right-handers warming in the Rockies bullpen, Tyler Clippard and John Fasola. It's a 4-0 lead for the Avengers here in this rubber match game. They've split the first 2 games of this 3-game set, 1 game apiece. He's going, pitches high, throw down is not in time. It's a stolen base for Captain America. Not close. Nice scoop by Greg Jones if he could have gotten the tag down, but. So the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner in scoring position now for Evans. 2 Captain Americas. Grounded to first. Stabbed by McCovey. Tosses to Mills, who's covering for the out. There's 2 away. The runner moves to third base on the putout. So runner at third and 2 away for Chadwick Boseman, who officially is 0 for 1, but he does have a sacrifice fly. He'll need a hit or an error, but most likely a hit to get that runner home from third. Late on the fastball, strike 1. Chadwick's hitting .333 with runners in scoring position, the situation that we're in presently. Did he check it? He did so. Pitches inside. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. 4-0 Avengers here in the 5th. Here comes the pitch from Mills. And he pulls it foul. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on the King of Wakanda. And he pulls it, but pulls it foul. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mackie leads off third, 2 away, top of the 5th. And he hits a deep fly ball, but playable for the center fielder. Hicks makes the catch to retire the side. So, we've played 4.5 here at Coors Field. 4-0. Avengers lead. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. So we're going to go back to the sideline reporter, Heidi Watney, and still something's wrong with her microphone. Will somebody send a 9-volt battery down there? Come on now. So Aaron Hicks steps to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. He's 0 for 1. He struck out in the 2nd inning. Pratt deals. Fastball looked like a strike, called a ball by the home plate umpire. Swing and a miss. The Vulcan change out in front. Strike one. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike to Hicks. High, 2-1. Just gets a piece of the knuckleball. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes on the center fielder. Fly ball to right, playable by Bautista. Drax makes the catch for out number 1.
Up next for Colorado.
ERA leaders in the National League. Cy Young has a small edge over Chris Hemsworth, but you'll notice Chris Pratt is on the list, somewhere down the list, 3.21. If he continues to throw a strikeout, that ERA will continue to decrease. Next up, Michael Busch with 1 away, bases empty, struck out in the 2nd inning. It's 0 for 1. In there, strike 1. Busch is 7 for his last 17. That's a .412 clip. So he's been hot. Knuckler floats in there. Count is 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate. The count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Checks his swing, but the strike finds the outside corner, struck him out looking, and that's strikeout number 6 for Chris Pratt. Team ERA leaders, the Avengers lead the league. The Dodgers are in 2nd place. The 2 top teams in the National League West have the 2 best pitching staffs. Not a surprise. So 2 away, bases empty. Corey Lee is 1 for 8 in the series. He's flown out today. He's 0 for 1. He's your favorite player, Outlander. Pops it up right side near the stands. He makes the catch. Iron Man makes the catch to retire the side. It's an official ball game, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 4-0 lead for the Avengers. We go to the top of the 6th. Up steps the Incredible Hulk. 1 for 2 with a double. He leads the ball club in homers and RBIs. Mills in there for his 2nd inning of relief work. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Mark Ruffalo. Good actor. Pitches low. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. High, 2 balls and 1 strike. He has 18 home runs to lead the ball club. That does not lead the American League. The pitch is grounded up the middle and through. It's a lead-off single here in the top of the 6th for the Hulk. It's 2 for 3. Hits leaders on the team. Tom Holland and Mark Ruffalo are neck and neck, as you can see. Ruffalo with 2 hits today would be at 104. Holland would be at 107. So next up is Drax, who in the 2nd inning put them on the board. 1-0 with this, a solo home run, his 10th of the season. To take an early 1-0 lead. It's currently 4-0 Avengers. Dave's 1 for 2. Did he check it? Yes, he did, according to the first base umpire. The count is 1 ball and no strikes. Dave Bautista, formerly a WWE professional wrestler. Fastball high, 2 balls and no strikes. Fouls off the high fastball. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Ruffalo leads off first. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. 4-0 lead. And the Avengers are looking for some more insurance. And that's a line drive. Base hit to right. 2 runners on. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. The threat has begun. Line drive between the first and second baseman. Next up is Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man. 2 runners on, nobody out. He's walked, he scored a run. Fastball in there, strike 1. Officially, he's 0 for 1 today. He had a 3-run home run in game 1 of this series. Outside, count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Tony is hitting .342 with runners in scoring position. And he pulls it foul. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. Line drive caught by the third baseman Cabrera, and there's 1 away. Nice play, nice reaction play by the third baseman. So next up, Idris Elba. Elba's 1 for 2 with a double. He has 2 runs batted in today. He's got a runner in scoring position at second in Ruffalo. 2 runners on, 1 out. Fastball outside, ball 1. Ball 2. Looked like it might have hit the corner, but not according to the home plate umpire. Count is 2 balls and no strikes on Hemidall. Hemidall, however you want to pronounce it. Hemidall. That's a line drive. Caught over the shoulder catch by Duke in right. Duke Schneider for the 2nd out. Nice running play.
Now batting, number 10.
So next up is War Machine Don Cheadle. He is 0 for 2. The batting average is dipped to .319. Switch hitter batting from the left side. Runners at first and second, 2 away. Out in front of the changeup, strike 1. He's hitting .352 with the runners in scoring position. Again, out in front of the curveball. 2 quick strikes on Don Cheadle. Runners lead off first and second.
Nope.
Down and in, ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Ruffalo at second. Bautista at first. Cheadle at the plate. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Mills. Low, count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 6th. 4-0 lead for the MCU. And he fouls it off. Count will stay right where it is. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. With 2 outs, both runners will be in motion. Here comes the payoff pitch from Mills. And he grounds it. No, it's a line drive, which will be caught by Duke Snyder in the gap in right to retire the side. 5.5 gone by here at Coors Field. The score remains the same. It's 4-0 MCU. This is Avengers Baseball. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Up steps Greg Jones. He singled in the 3rd. It was an infield single. Fastball looked like it was a strike, but called the ball by the home plate umpire. No reaction from Star-Lord at the plate, at the mound. On the mound, pardon me. Line drive to center. Greg Jones racing over to make the catch as War Machine Don Cheadle for out number 1.
The third baseman, number 24. Miguel.
Next up, the leadoff man, Skinny Cabrera, 1 for 2 with a single. In there, strike 1. Jams him. Foul territory, racing over is Tony Stark. He makes the catch for out number 2. Nice play. 2 outs, base is empty. Duke Snyder steps up. He singled in the 1st, 1 for 2. I mean, I don't mean to jinx him, but Chris Pratt looks like he's cruising his way towards another 1-2-3 easy inning. First pitch is in there for strike one. He's 9-1. His ERA is in the top 10. He's making a in there at the knees. 2 quick strikes on Snyder, making his claim for the Cy Young Award. It's a little early for that. We're only halfway through the season. Line drive caught by Black Panther to retire the side. So 6 innings of shutout baseball for Star-Lord. It's 4-0 Avengers.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
Taking over on the mound for the Colorado Rockies is Tyler Clippard, making his 28th appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 1-2 with a 6.43 earned run average. And leading off is Anthony Mackie, who singled in his last at-bat. It's 1 for 3. 2 decent innings for Alec Mills. Stop the bleeding. Breaking ball outside from Clippard, ball 1. Out in front of the split finger fastball, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's a grounder up the first base line. He picks it, races him to the bag. Nice play by McCovey for out number 1.
The batter, number 8, second base.
A lot of speed running down that line. Next up, Tom Holland, 1 for 3 with a single. He's 6 for 13 in this series. 6 for 13. Checks his swing, change up outside, ball 1. Clippard wanted to know from the umpire where that pitch was. He thought it was a strike. And that's a line drive to center. It is in there for a single. That's his 7th hit of this series. 7 for 14 now. That's a 500 average over the course of these 3 baseball games. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Next up, Chris Evans, hitting from the left side. 1 for 3 with a double today. Arner leads off first. Pitch out, nothing doing. A lot of speed in this Avengers lineup. Almost every player can steal. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. Count is 2-1. Nasty pitch. Oh, he got him. He got him. He picked him off first. And the bases are now empty with 2 outs. Took too big a lead. So, Evans is up, 2 away, top of the 7th. And that looks like it's going to be a line drive to center. And it is. It's a bloop base hit to center field with 2 outs. It could have been first and oh, he went to second base. Talk about aggressive base running from the original Captain America. He hit the ball in front of the center fielder and challenged him to throw him out. He said, "Aaron Hicks, throw me out." And he couldn't do it. The throw was offline. So it's actually a double, runner in scoring position. So instead of second and third, it's a runner at second and 2 outs. Chadwick Boseman is up. He's 0 for 2. He has a sac fly today. Runner in scoring position. Single might get him home. It's got speed. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. And he skies it to right center field. Making the catch over the shoulder is Duke Snider to retire the side. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the 7th inning stretch. Here at Coors Fields, the Avengers are leading 4-0. Bottom of the 7th, Willie McCovey is up. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Chris Pratt is still pitching. A shutout. That's a line drive. It may be a shutout no longer. The other way, it's gone. It's a solo home run for Willie McCovey, number 26 on the season. And just like that, the shutout is no more. It's 4-1 Avengers. Talk about a jinx. Here's the replay. No chance. No chance for Idris Elba to bring it back in left field. So now that the shutout is over, let's go to the bullpen and let's warm up some people. Let's warm up Sam Jackson and Ed Norton. Next up is Kyle Schwarber. Late on the fastball, strike one. 2 for 10 this series, 2 for 10 this season. He's got 2 strikeouts today. He's 0 for 2. At the knees, strike 2. Count as no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, that looked like it was called strike 3, but not according to the umpire. It was inside, I believe. Count as 1 ball and 2 strikes. My goodness. Line drive to center field. Easy play for Don Cheadle. War Machine makes the catch for out number 1. Next up, Hunter Dozier, 0 for 2. He flied out, he grounded out. This is his first action of this 3-game series. He was on the bench for the first 2 games. And he's out in front, gets good wood on the knuckleball, but pulls it foul for strike 1. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Swing and a miss out in front of the circle change. Count as quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Dozier. This is a 162-game created franchise. The actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe are the players on the team. Pulled foul. Count remains 0-2. Please like the video if you can. Please subscribe. Hit that beautiful little bell. Up the middle and through. It's a 1-out single for Hunter Dozier. He is 1 for 3 today. So the inning began with a solo home run from Willie McCovey, and now with 1 out, a single up the middle. The bullpen is active. Next up, Aaron Hicks, 0 for 2 today. Here comes the pitch. And that's a deep drive. It's got a chance. Racing over it is off the wall. Rounding second, he will be in there. It is a double for Aaron Hicks. And there'll be runners at second and third on Hicks's 4th double of the season. And the tying run will come to the plate here in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Colorado Rockies. They almost hit that ball out. Next up is Michael Bush, 0 for 2. Left-handed hitter. The manager is going to go to the mound. Talk it out. Michael's 0 for 2. We need you to get through this hitter. Left-handed hitter versus left-handed pitcher. Checks a swing. In there, strike 1. So 2 runners are in scoring position. A single could make this a 1-run ball game here in the bottom of the 7th. It's 4-1 Avengers. Pulls it foul. 2 quick strikes on Bush. Pops him up. Playable for Black Panther. 2 away. Does not get a run across the plate. Next up is Corey Lee, who's 0 for 2. Is Corey Lee a switch hitter? No, Corey Lee is a right-handed hitter. Chris Pratt is left-handed. So we're going to go to the manager's office and the bullpen. And we're going to bring in Ed Norton, the man who played the Hulk in the MCU first. So that'll be all for Star-Lord. He's given up 1 run in 7 1/3 innings, but 6 1/3, pardon me. But he's responsible for both runners on 2nd and 3rd.
Your attention, please.
Ed Norton,
Now pitching.
game number 28 out of the bullpen. His record is 1-1 with a 4.33 earned run average. Ed Norton played the Incredible Hulk in the first Incredible Hulk movie back in 2009. Checks his swing, 100 miles an hour on the radar gun, strike 1. Again, 2 runners in scoring position. A single could make this a 1-run game. Swing and a miss, the sinking fastball count as quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Corey Lee. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on the heater. And they strand both runners. The side is retired. Willie McCovey hits a solo home run to break the donut hole on the scoreboard. But at the end of 7, it could have been a lot worse. It's the Avengers 4, the Rockies 1. Leading off the top of the 8th is Mark Ruffalo. He singled, he doubled. It's 2 for 3. 6 for 13 in this series. Here's a pitch from Clippard. Checks the swing, pitches outside. Ball 1. 33,367 here in attendance at Coors Field. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Tight strike zone. It's not giving him that corner. Not a sellout here at Coors Field. High. 3 balls, no strikes with Dave Bautista on deck. Will he have the green light? No, he will not. I don't swing on 3-0 pitches. Ball 4. So he walks the leadoff man here in the top of the 8th inning on 4 straight pitches. That's an absolute no-no. Next up, Dave Bautista. Dave homered in the first inning. He also has a single. It's 2 for 3. Fouls off the changeup, strike 1. I'm going to go to the bullpen for a second. Manager's office and then the bullpen. And I want to make sure that I've got Paul Rudd warming up just in case something goes wild. A lefty and a righty are warming up in the Avengers bullpen. And he skies it to right. Easy play. Well, wait. He's back all the way to the track. It looked like it was going to be a routine play, but the ball kept going. However, Duke Snider makes the catch in right field for the first out. Next up, Tony Stark. Walked, scored a run. He is 0 for 2. Right-handed Clippard against the lefty. Grounded, foul. Checks the swing, the changeup is low. Count even 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner leads off first. Low, 2-1. Not a lot of speed at first base. Mark Ruffalo, the Hulk, does not steal bases. Big lead over there at first, though. Outside, hitters count. 3 balls, 1 strike to Tony Stark. On deck, Idris Elba, who homered earlier today. Just gets a piece of the changeup on the 3-1 pitch. Count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Will the runner be in motion? Probably not. Ruffalo doesn't have a lot of speed. And he skies it to left center field. Hicks is there. 2 away. Ruffalo retreats to first base.
Now batting.
So next up is Idris Elba. He has a 2. I thought he homered. I apologize. He had a 2-run double today. He's 1 for 3. My mistake. Changeup outside. Ball 1. Inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Clippard is a little wild this inning. Top of the 8th. 4-1 lead for the MCU. Another 3-ball, no strike count on a hitter. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, called strike number 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. I'm sure the handcuffs are now off. That's a line drive. Base hit to center field. 2 on, 2 outs here in the top of the 8th for the Avengers. Here's the replay.
Number 10.
Next up, no, wait, we have a pitching change. Chris Stavensky making his 22nd appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 1-2 with a 5.70 earned run average. War Machine steps to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. Grounder to the shortstop. Routine toss to second to retire the side. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 3-run lead for the Avengers. They lead 4-1. This is Avengers baseball. Oh, yeah. Greg Jones steps up to the plate. 1 for 2 with a single. That hit was an infield hit. He has a lot of speed. Fouls off the pitch from Ed Norton, out there for his second inning of work. Strike 1. Fouls it back. 2 quick strikes on Jones. Count is 0-2. Swing and a miss, down and in with the breaking ball. Struck him out swinging. That's the second strikeout from Ed Norton. Don't make him angry. He'll be angry not only that he's the Hulk, but also that he lost the Hulk job to Mark Ruffalo. So next up, Cabrera. 1 for 3. Skinny Cabrera. Jams him. First baseman makes the catch. Tony Stark, I am Iron Man. And there's 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Next up is the Duke Snyder, 1 for 3. He is a legendary player who played for the Brooklyn Dodgers when the Dodgers played in Brooklyn. They've since moved to Los Angeles, obviously. 1 for 3 with a single. He was Brooklyn's answer to Mickey Mantle in the 50s and 60s, I assume. And he hits it the other way through the left side for a hit. 2-out single for Schneider. 2-out single for Schneider. Keeps that hit streak going. Oh, he's excited to be down 4-1. So next up is Willie McCovey, 2 for 3. He hit a home run in his last at-bat the other way. I think it's time the manager, bullpen, bring in Samuel L. Jackson. Sam Jackson. Nick Fury. He's 3-6 with a 4.08 earned run average. Give me the goddamn ball. Breaking ball is low, ball 1. Two-seam fastball in there. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. I tried to put an eye patch on him, but the game wouldn't let me. Knuckleball floats in there, looked high, but called a strike. Count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner at first. They need another runner on base to bring a tying run to the plate. Fouls off the screwball. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes on McCovey. And again, fouls off the breaking ball. Fouls back. She's fighting to stay alive. Line drive over the head of the third baseman and down left field line. Elba holds him to second. It'll be first. Oh, wild pitch, but no advance. Wild throwback to the infield, that is. But the tying run will come to the plate here in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Colorado Rockies, as they have 2 runners on and they're down by 3 runs. Next up is Kyle Schwarber, 0 for 3. He has 2 hits in this series. He's 2 for 11. Both of those hits have been home runs. A home run here would tie this ball game at 4. Left-handed hitter against the lefty, Nick Fury. Here's the pitch. Fastball looked like a strike, called a ball by the home plate umpire. 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss out in front of the curveball. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Misses outside with the cut fastball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Fouls it back. And the Avengers are 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. It's a 3-run ball game. MCU leads 4-1. And he just gets a piece of the screwball to stay alive. And that's a lazy fly ball to center. And this should get them out of the inning. War Machine makes the catch to retire the side. So we go to the top of the 9th inning here at Coors Field. The Avengers lead 4-1. Please like and subscribe. Out of the bullpen is Mike Morin taking over on the mound for the Rockies. 2-2 with an 11.08 earned run average. Ooh, messy. Leading off is Anthony Mackie. I'm looking to go to the bullpen. The computer didn't let me, so let's wait another pitch. Pitch is high, ball one. Oh, I did it again. Come on, let me go to the bullpen. That ball is high. It is far. That ball is gonzo. That's up off the facing of the second deck here in Coors Field. Anthony Mackie, the new Captain America, cut the check. He hits home run number 11 on the season, and it's a 5-1 ball game here at Coors Field. Cut that check. Ah, love it. The eyes of a superhero. Boom. Yeah, that's not coming back. Projected 447 feet off the facing of the second deck. Next up is Spider-Man, Tom Holland. He is 2 for 4 today. Slider inside, ball one. 7 for 14 in the series. His batting average is up to 366. Comes the pitch from Warren. And that's a line drive. It looks like it might hang up there. Diving catch by Aaron Hicks. Nice play for out number one. That was not an easy play. Let's watch the replay. Times the leap. If that gets past him, he's going to go all the way to second, maybe third. So next up, we go to the manager's office in the bullpen. It's a 4-run lead, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit Paul Rudd down, and I'm going to put Jeremy Renner warming up. And if things get crazy, Jeremy Renner will come in to pitch the ninth. So up next, one away, bases empty here on the top of the ninth. It's Chris Evans, the first Avenger. And that ball is hit deep. It's got a chance. It is caught over the shoulder on the warning track by Duke Schneider and right for the second out.
Number 20.
Off the end of the bat. Next up, Chadwick Boseman, who's 0 for 3 today. 2 outs, 4-run lead for the Avengers here in this game 3 of a 3-game set. And he pulls the changeup foul for strike one. Avengers won the first game 7-5. They lost yesterday's game 8-7. And he pulls that again foul. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. So 1 game apiece. This game decides the winner of this series. Trying to get 2 out of 3. Inside, ball 1. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. High, 2-2. And that ball is hit towards the left center field gap. I don't think anybody's going to get there. It will not. It will go 1 hop into the corner. He'll make it all the way to second and stop there. It's a stand-up double with 2 outs here in the top of the ninth for Chadwick Boseman, his 17th double of the season. And he is now a runner in scoring position with 2 outs, a possible insurance run. Thought it might make it to the fence, but it did not. But it was certainly enough for a double with his speed. Up next, Mark Ruffalo, 2 for 3. Incredible Hulk. Change up outside, ball 1. Black Panther leads off second. And that's a line drive headed towards the center fielder. It is... Oh, it's missed! Aaron Hicks misses the ball. I'm not sure if it's an error or an RBI double, but the score nonetheless is 6-1. No, they're going to give him a double and a run batted in. Double number 17 and RBI number 68 or 69 for Mark Ruffalo as he leads the ball club. And it is now a 6-1 advantage as Dave Bautista steps up to the plate. I think he could have caught that ball. And that ball is high. It is far. It is caught by Schwarber in left. I got a little ahead of myself, ladies and gentlemen. So, last licks for the Colorado Rockies. They're down by 5 runs as we go to the bottom of the ninth. This is Avengers Baseball. Leading off the bottom of the ninth, Hunter Dozier, who is 1 for 3 with a single. Sam Jackson is still out there pitching. Foul tip into the glove, strike one. Fouls it back, 2 quick strikes on Dozier. Strike 3 called. Knuckler floated in there for strike 3. First strikeout for Sam Jackson. And there's 1 out here in the ninth. Next up, Aaron Hicks. 1 for 3, doubled in the 7th inning. Sam Jackson deals. Checks a swing, but the home plate umpire says that's strike 1.
Outside, that's the ball.
Just missed outside, I guess. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Confusing day behind the plate. Hard ground ball to the shortstop. Fields fires, cut the check. There's 2 outs. And the Colorado Rockies are down to their final out of this game and this series. Michael Busch is 0 for 3. He represents that final out, hitting .219 on the season. Comes the pitch from Sam Jackson. Low, ball 1. Fouls off the cut fastball. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike to the second baseman. And flare to left. This should do it. Idris makes the catch to retire the side. Ball game over. Avengers win 6-1. And they take 2 games out of 3 on the road here at Coors Field against the Colorado Rockies. That is win number 51 on the season, as the Avengers are now 51-28. Depending on what the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are currently in first place, we'll see how close they are. They're probably a game or a game and a half out of first place currently as we approach the All-Star break. The winning pitcher is Star-Lord Peter Quill. Chris Pratt, who wins his 10th game of the season. He's in double digits in wins. He's 10 wins and 1 loss. The loser, Carlos Rodon. And Sam Jackson gets a save. How about that, Sam? Gets himself a 1+ inning save. Anthony Mackie has been given the player of the game honor for being 2 for 5 with a homer. This has been a presentation of Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. And if baseball is not your thing, I don't know what you're doing still watching if baseball is not your thing. But having said that, there are plenty of other playlists on this YouTube channel that you can check out. Wide variety of games, including a tabletop role-playing game called Dungeons and Dragons. You have to check it out. It's hard to explain. It's not a video game. It's something a little different. Some people love it. Some people hate it. Hey, listen, it might be right up your alley. In any event, thank you so much for joining me. Special thanks to Dylan and the Outlander Show for making the comments in the stream. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I hope to see you again soon. And for everyone else, this has been a presentation of Avengers Baseball here at Coors Field. The final, Hollywood Avengers win 6-1. Take care of yourself. Have a good night.